What's up everyone, welcome to this issue of Motive Garage. Once again, we're working on our Project Track Hack WRX. This time, we're installing a roll cage. Now, what cage are we going to go for is obviously the first question. Now this is a budget-orientated car, so we don't want to buy a $2,000 cage. So we've pretty much gone for the most simple thing that we can get, and that is a bolt-in, CAMS-approved half cage for our WRX from AGI. Now being bolt-in means it can obviously be removed if we want to use the car for daily duties, and it also means it's pretty easy to install. And if you have a look at this half cage, well, it does the job and it's pretty easy. Now looking at the AGI half cage that you can see here, it's pretty straightforward. They've got the main hoop section and obviously the legs to the back, and also the harness bar are separate, and essentially all you've got to do is dummy fit it into the car, drill the holes, and then install away. Takes about 2.5 hours, comes with full instructions, and the beautiful thing about it, it's all CAMS approved to go racing. The most important thing for me with this cage though is pretty much we have a rollover, it protects us, it adds a little bit of extra chassis rigidity, and the harness bar means that the internet can stop complaining about a Hans device that's being used with harnesses that attach to apparently the wrong part of the car, even though we did it the right way by CAMS. So that's one of the best things about that cage. All we're going to do now is jack the car up, get it ready, dummy fit it, get it in. Well, first things first, got to take the seats out, front seats and back seat. Obviously makes working on the car a little bit easier. Sounds like the back of a WRX in auto salon days. Broke my knob.
It fell off.
My knob fell off. Woohoo! See ya! Alright, so we pulled the seats and the back trim out of the car so we can obviously try and trial fit the roll cage. Our car used to have a sunroof, now it doesn't. Alright, so we had a pretty serious problem with this car. We decided to get a non-sunroof cage. That was our decision because I wanted the extra headroom. I thought it would be easy to remove the sunroof stuff out of a GC8 WRX, but it turns out they were aftermarket fitted, even though they were done by Subaru. They were aftermarket here in Australia, and it was a pain in the ass to take that thing out. So pretty much all the roof lining, all the metal had to be cut out with a grinder. Like, it's pretty crazy to get it all out. But it's out now, and that means the cage will fit and we can get it in, because I'd rather protect my head than keep it cool with a sunroof. Now the great thing about AGI roll cages, they come with complete instructions. Now I know that we all think we know everything about cars and we can do it, but instructions are always pretty handy. So essentially we've done what they've said. We removed the back seats, we pulled the carpet up, removed the trim that's in the way, and in our case cut out the sunroof. Basically what needs to happen now is we have to trial fit the cage, assemble it in the car, but not actually obviously have any bolts to mount it to the car, dummy fit it so that we can drill the holes. Then we pull the cage back out, then we drill the holes, and then we can put it in for the final time and start getting the trim right. So let's get to it. Let's trial fit the cage. Now the instructions said that one important thing to do is make sure the cage is as far back as possible on the floor as you can go, which we've done. Double check that it lines up here and it's equal both sides. Mark out the holes, and then we pull the cage back out. Now this corner down here actually gets sort of pulled down as you tighten it up. So we have to make sure that hole is actually a little bit bigger than we need, just to sort of make sure that bolt can get through and pull tight. All right, so the cage is in the car now. We're just finishing tightening it up. What we need to do next is basically take this bit of carpet and just trim it to fit around the cage to be neat. Obviously got to muck around with a couple of bits of trim and stuff like that. Doesn't look too hard. We pulled the roof lining out because, well, who cares? And then all we're going to do is put the seats and the harnesses in and we're good to race.